Hello guys, welcome to the DMS online school. In today's video I want us to revise a topic in physics, which is science paper 1, known as mechanics. And under mechanics, the subtopic is actually simple pendulum. So I've picked questions from somewhere 2009 to 2023. All the questions that have ever come from 2009 to 2024 on a simple pendulum. I've actually put them here so that we can go through them, so that you can see how questions are brought on a simple pendulum, and so that you know how we revise topic by topic through examination questions. So we have this question, which was number 2, which reads: figure 2.1 shows a simple pendulum that oscillates between position A and C. It takes 2.05 seconds to go from A to C and back to midpoint B. Okay, this is a simple pendulum that is oscillating or swinging from point A to point C. Alright, so it is oscillating between these points, but here it has oscillated from point A to point C and back to point B. And the time that it has taken, as we are told here, is 2.05 seconds, because they're saying it takes 2.05 seconds to go from A to C here. So from A to C, and back to midpoint B, and back to midpoint B. So the time which it took to move from A to C and back to midpoint was actually 2.05 seconds. Then A Roman numeral 1 says calculate the period of a pendulum. So what is the period? Right, period is given by this formula, which is T period is equal to T time over any number of oscillation or swings. So we'll substitute, in this case T is equal to N, which is time to point what 05 divided by N, which is number of swings from A to C, which is half, then up to B, which is 3/4. So 3/4 is the same as 0.75. So 3/4 is like this. Let me show you in case you don't know. 3/4 on the calculator is 3/4. Let me just put it like that. So 3/4 is what we call 3/4. So 3/4, let me just increase the size of the calculator, you see properly. So 3/4, or 3 divided by 4 is 3/4. If I say enter, it is 0.75, which is like that. Now if we were to divide 2.05 by 0.75, so 2.05 divided by 0.75, we will get 2.7333. So we'll just say, therefore the period is equal to, we'll just go up to 2 decimal places, which is 2.73 seconds. So period is measured in units, which are called seconds. When you forget putting units, you are going to get this question wrong. All right, so let's move to the next question here, which says calculate the frequency of the pendulum. We calculate the frequency of the pendulum. So frequency is given by F, which is frequency, is equal to 1 over T, which is period. So in this case we'll use the same period. So say equals frequency equals 1, then it divided by period, which is 2.73. If you want, yes, you can just even say like that, 1 divided by 2.73, or sorry, you can say 2.73, but usually you can use that value which was on the calculator. So get like 0.37. We have just rounded this one as well to this whole value to 2 decimal places. So we have just gotten a 1 from here added to this one to get actually 7. So the answer is 0.37 Hz. So here we'll say frequency is equal to 0.37 Hz. The units for frequency are Hz. So never forget that. So we move to question So two question B, which says briefly describe how the period of a pendulum would be measured. How many marks? 1 mark. So briefly to describe, you just say it in a brief. So same, count number of oscillation in a certain period of time, divide the time with number of oscillation to find the period. Yeah, so you need to count the number of oscillation or swings that are done by that simple pendulum in a certain period of time, then get that number or that time that has been taken by the number of oscillation that have occurred. Then the answer that you find is actually the period of the simple pendulum. Then this also is another question which came in another paper, which reads the diagram below represents a pendulum. So this is a pendulum. We have the fixed support here. We have the cotton thread, the bob itself, and then we are told the distance from here to the bob is actually 10 centimeters, and then the diameter of the bob is 2 centimeters. Then the question says the length of the pendulum is. So length of the pendulum is it 2, 10 centimeter, 11 centimeter, or 12 centimeters? What you should know is the length of the pendulum is the distance from here to the center, like that. Distance from the support to the center of the bulb or pendulum. So now we know that from here at least to there it is 10 centimeters. How about this other distance which we know? So we can know by dividing the diameter. So from here up to here, if we divide, this is the diameter, which is 2 centimeters. So from here to here, it is 2 centimeters. So if we divide 2 centimeters by 2 parts, it will be 1. So meaning that the distance from here to here, it will be 1 centimeter. So if we add 10 centimeters plus 1 centimeters, or 1 centimeter, we will get 11 centimeters. So this is the length of the pendulum. Okay, then this is a question which came in another year. Figure 1.1 shows an experiment which was carried out to measure the time interval of a simple pendulum. Okay, so this is an experiment that was used or carried out to measure the time interval of a simple pendulum. So we have the support as usual, the bulb at the bulb at position A, B, C, cotton thread. Then they say the bulb was oscillating between A and C. So between these positions. Then A state the meaning of the term oscillation. Okay, so it is, so here we are saying it is a complete to and fro swing of a pendulum. Yeah, so an oscillation is a complete to and fro movement of a pendulum. Okay, so when it makes a move like from A to C and back to A, that movement is known as oscillation. So in short, we can say it is a complete to and fro swing of a pendulum. Then B, if the pendulum bob took 0.20 seconds to swing from A to C, calculate the period. Okay, they're saying if the time that it took for this bob to move from A to C was 0.20 seconds, we calculate the period. All right, so period T is equal to time over number of swings. Time we are given is equal to 0.2 seconds divided by number of swings. Since it only moved from A to C, from A to C is just halfway of the swing. So half is actually 1 over 2. 1 over 2 is the same as 0.5. Okay, so if you divide using a calculator, let me just show you quickly. Where are we? So if we say that we get our 0.2 divided by 0.5, we are going to get 0.4. So here our answer of which is period is equal to 0.4 seconds. So put our answer here as 0.4 seconds. Okay, So again, here we are told to say, using your answer to 1b, determine the frequency. Okay, so we know that frequency f is equal to 1 over period. So we discovered that in question B, we said 1 over our period was 0.4. So if you divide 1 by 0.4, you get frequency as 2.25 Hz. So the units for frequency are Hz. So put here frequency as 2.5 Hz. So we go to question 2, which says the following diagram shows a simple pendulum. Yeah, this is a simple pendulum. Now we are familiar with it. So the question says, what physical quantities can affect the period of the pendulum? So the physical quantity that affects the period of the pendulum are just the length of the pendulum and acceleration due to gravity. So the answer is B. When we come to these other questions, which came in another year, which says figure B 1.1 shows a simple pendulum suspended on a clamp stand for determining the periodic time. Okay, this is a simple pendulum written in a different format, but it's the one swinging from A, B, C. Then they're saying A, what is meant by periodic time of a simple pendulum? So periodic time of a simple pendulum is just the period. Okay, so period, what is the period? We are saying this is the time taken for a simple pendulum to make an oscillation. Yeah, it is the time taken for a simple pendulum to make an oscillation. So that time that that it can take for a simple pendulum to make an oscillation is equal to, or is also known as, periodic time or period. Then B, state two factors that do not affect the period of the pendulum. Okay, the factors are the ones we saw in another question, which is length of the simple pendulum and acceleration due to gravity. Okay, then we come to see they're saying this experiment is done on Earth and repeated on the moon. Then Roman numeral 1, they're saying would where would the period time be higher? Where would the period time be higher? Of course, the period time would be higher on the moon. Then Roman numeral 2, justify your answer in Roman numeral 1. We are saying because the moon has less acceleration due to gravity than the Earth. Yeah. Then we come to this other question, which came in another year, which says the following diagram shows a pendulum that moved from A through B to C and back to B in 1.2 seconds. Okay, so we are seeing a pendulum that moved from A to B to C and back to B, and the time that it uh, took was 1.2 seconds. Then they're saying, what is the period of oscillation of the pendulum? Okay, the answer is period is equal to time over number of oscillation, where we'll say equals time is 1.2 over number of oscillation from here to there and back here is actually 3/4, which is 0.75. If we divide 1.2 by 0.75, we'll get 1.6 seconds. So the period is actually 1.6 seconds as the answer. Then another question here which came in another year. The diagram shows a simple pendulum that swings from A to C and back to B in 0.75 seconds. Okay, so we are seeing a simple pendulum that is swinging from A to B to C and back to B, and in how much time? 0.75 seconds. Then they're saying, what is the period of oscillation? The same thing, period is equal to time over number of oscillation, which is equal to time is 0.75 there divided by, sorry, here it is 5, not 4. So let's change it to 5. Okay, 0.75 now as time over oscillation. Again, it is 0.75. Why? Because from here to here to there back to B, it is 3 over 4, which is 3 quarters. So if you say 3 over 4, it will give you 0.75. So this means that period is equal to 0.75 divided by 0.75 will get 1 second. So the answer is C, 1.00 second. Don't mind about these zeros, they are just placeholders in this case. So the answer is C. We move to the other question. No. So we have come to the end of this quick revision on questions that come on the simple pendulum. All right, so revisions are on. So if you're interested to revise topic by topic, key according to what I've predicted in the exam, like I've done here, you have to WhatsApp me on the number 0977 924175. Let me write the number, which is okay, so this is the number 0977 924175. WhatsApp me, don't call me, just WhatsApp me to say you want to join the revision topic topic by topic according to what is in the prediction. Thank you so much for watching for now. Bye and see you in the next video. Peace.